You ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Die kenne ich nicht.
There and be a star, and I was like, hi, here's my song, Vision of Love. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I was in kindergarten, either kindergarten or nursery school, they asked us to draw a picture of our family, and so I was drawing everybody and filling everybody in, and I got to my father and I started to make him brown, and they were like, you know, kindergarten teachers are often like young and stuff, you know, they're just first starting, and the two women were standing behind me giggling, and I said, I turned around like, you know, self-conscious, like, why are you laughing? And they said, you're doing that wrong, why are you making your father the wrong color? And I said, no, that's the color that he is. And they made me feel like so, like something was wrong with me, like it was a bizarre, freakish thing. Or the first time I brought a friend to my father's house, remember, the little girl, Becky? And we brought, my mom and I went there, and she looked up. I don't think this girl had ever seen a black person in her life. And she looked up, and she was this little, cute little girl. And we got to the door, and she looked up, and her mouth dropped open. She was scared. She was like in shock. Also, my father's a big, tall man and stuff. And those were the things that formed my opinion of myself. Like, it started to make me feel this certain way.
That when you were very young, she was on drugs? Yes? That she was a prostitute? You must have known this. What was it like for a little girl?
It was a very difficult thing to see. And because I saw these things growing up, I went the other way.
In a world that seems so troubled, Mariah found refuge in music.
Music has always been my saving grace. It's always been what has made me feel special.
So here you were, 19? Mm-hmm. Okay, and he was 20 years older, and he's interested in you romantically. What did you think? And he was married, by the way.
Well, he said he was separated, whatever. But
I don't want to play psychologist, but 20 years older than you, Tommy Mottola, was he a father figure?
Probably.
Is it true that Tommy Mottola was the first man that you went to bed with? You have said this. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Right. Because, again, not wanting to get myself into those bad situations where you're, you know, having a baby and you're a teenager, you know, that.
When you were 3, what was it like not having a father around the house? Do you feel like you missed out on anything? I don't at all. I'm actually glad that I grew up with just a single parent, a single mom, because I think it made me more independent, you know? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I wish I had the Brady Bunch family. You know, I used to, when I was little, I used to want to have the perfect family, and I used to be envious of people that had, like, the perfect picture, perfect thing, but nothing's perfect. So, you know, I'm glad about everything that I ever went through, and I think that my mom is a major reason why I'm here today, so. Did it make it difficult to understand men, or when you're dating, or, I don't know, I mean.
I don't think so. I don't think any more difficult than it is to understand men anyway.
Okay, so what was going on between you and Eminem, if anything?
Nothing. Look, I talked to him. You know, have spoken to him a few times, whatever. But in terms of me having, like, an intimate relationship with you know, men, I can name them all on one hand, and he ain't on the hand. Less than one hand, okay? He is not on the hand.
Recently released a song. It's called Hell Yeah. It's about American Idol, and she says, I'm quick to check a bitch if she is out of line. Are you the bitch she's singing about?
Don't know what she's singing. I didn't know she sang. I thought she rapped or whatever.
Do you think this...
Mariah has a great voice. I think she's a good singer. Yes. Absolutely. I think that Mariah is Mariah, and that's what she should be known for her work, and not for being compared or sounding like me. You know, I don't really hear it. You know, there are a few
divas.
This is music, not boxing. Music, not boxing. We get along fine, and we both sing well together, and we're great friends.
I hate it. I have no words. No. I would keep some of the close-ups, and that's it. Everything else, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they were allowing this tomfoolery to occur. I don't know. Buddy, I'm Mariah.